Once, a lioness died while giving birth to a baby lion. At that time, a herd of sheep were passing by. The baby lion joined them accidentally. The sheep also thought him to be a part of them, so they fed him and gave him shelter. And while living with the sheep, he started believing himself to be a sheep. Since he was growing up among sheep, it was natural for him to live like a sheep. He lived with the sheep and believed himself to be a sheep. He became vegetarian. He started eating grass with great joy. He had no idea what a lion looked like. He did not even know that he was a lion. He can't imagine a lion, not even in his dreams. How could he have imagined? All around him were just sheep and only sheep. He had never roared like a lion. He had never been alone like a lion. And as years passed by, he started growing up and became a big, majestic lion now. The sheep became familiar to him, just as he became familiar to the sheep. But one day, an old lion attacked their herd. On seeing the young lion among the flock of sheep, he was like that. He could not even believe his own eyes. He had never seen such a thing. He was surprised to see a young lion grazing among the sheep. He was confused, trying to understand what was happening there. So he changed his mind and decided to catch the hold of the young lion. So he attacked the flock of sheep. On seeing the old lion, the whole sheep started running away to survive. The young lion ran away too. Though it was difficult to get hold of the young lion, somehow the old lion got hold of him. He said to the young lion, "You idiot! Why are you running away from me?" The young lion was crying and weeping. He said, "Please leave me. I'm a poor sheep. Please let me go. I don't want to die." On seeing this, the old lion understood the whole matter. He said, "Come with me. I'll show you something." The old lion decided to take him to the nearby lake. The young lion was resisting and reluctant to go. As he thought that he will die in a few moments, he tried not to get there. But the old lion somehow took him to the lake. The lake was silent like a mirror. The old lion said to the young lion, "Just look. Look at my face and then look at your face in the water. Look at my body and then look at your body in the water. What do you see?" The young lion looked into the water with tearful eyes as he thought that he will die. But when he saw in the water, he was surprised. For the first time, he saw that he did not look like a sheep, but rather he looked like a lion. And then he realized that in reality, he was not at all a sheep, but a great roaring lion. And within a second, he made a great roar. Hearing his roar, the whole forest trembled and the sheep disappeared. He was totally a different being now. Now he could recognize himself. Now he can feel the power inside him, which he never felt before. That is it. Now, my dear friends, for me, this story is equal to reality. As we all are lions, the thing is that we are surrounded by people like sheep. There may be undiscovered talents lying hidden inside you. You can't find them until you separate yourself from the people like sheep. Imagine what would have happened if the old lion wouldn't have attacked the sheep. The young lion would have lived believing himself to be a sheep, and he will never feel the power inside him. So remember, if you want to discover who you are, you should spend alone some time. You should spend time talking to yourself and discover who you are. There may be a person who will help you know who you are, but remember, it's an exceptional case. I think you all know who are the ones who are called as legends. In almost every field of human endeavor, there is someone who is or was called as a legend. The ones who discover their own true potential become legends. I have heard many people saying that legends are not born, they are made. But the truth, according to me, what I learned is that legends can never be made. They are born. The thing is that they just discover what they are and what they are meant to be. If you want to be a legend, be yourself and be unique. Never fear or never think about what others will think about you. Just be yourself. Remember, God changes caterpillars into butterflies, sand into pearls, coal into diamonds. God is working on you too. And when you are in the adverse situations of your life, don't be sad. And just give your 100% effort. We all are beyond our own imaginations, so just keep pushing your own limits. Once, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said that history has proven that those who dare to imagine the impossible are the ones who break all the human limitations. In every field of human endeavor, whether science, medicine, sports, arts and technology, etc., the names of the people who imagined the impossible are engraved in our history. By breaking the limits of the imagination, they change the world. If you have a dream, if you have an ambition for your future, if you're determined no matter whatever happens, you should follow your dream. And you know what? Trust me, you will succeed. But it will take some time. That may be weeks, months, or even years. But you should follow your dream. If you haven't failed in anything yet, it means that you have never tried something new. And you know what? That's the biggest failure. So just keep trying something new. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Sergey Brin, Larry Page, Thomas Alva Edison, Nikola Tesla, Walt Disney, etc. are successful just because they tried something new. They tried something different. And by trying something different, they created new demands in the market. Here the world is referred to as market. And by creating new demands, they brought revolutions. And these revolutions brought change in this world. How did they do it? They just thought out of the box. That is, they imagined the impossible. And like what Kalam sir said, they changed the world. Today's big technology companies didn't require millions or billions of dollars to establish or hundreds of acres to build. You take Apple, you take Google, you take Amazon, you take Harley Davidson, you take Disney, you take Microsoft, you take Dell, etc. These companies didn't come from the rich people or big companies of that time. These companies were founded by the people who were considered to be ordinary by others, but were not. All the things that their founders had an idea and they lived for it. They followed their heart. They failed many times, but they never give up. They just kept on working. That's why they are considered to be legends now. Mark Zuckerberg once said that ideas don't come out fully formed. It just becomes clear as you work on them. You just have to get started. He also quoted that the biggest risk is not taking any risk. I saw a video in which he said that on the day he launched Facebook, he told his friend KX that one day someone would connect the whole world. What he said was true. But that someone who connected the whole world was him. He just assumed that as there were lots of other big technology companies, any one of them would do that. But he did that. What we should learn from his story is that if you have an idea which is only clear for you, you should work for it. And you know what? It's an opportunity. And if you miss it, you will regret it later in your whole life. So if you get an opportunity, always utilize it. Ratan Tata once said that ups and downs in life is important to keep ourselves going, because a straight line, even in ECG, means that you are not alive. What I learned from this quote is that if you're following your dream, there will be many ups and downs in your life. When you are in the downs of your life, you should not be sad, and you should give your 100%. And when you give your 100%, you will rise again like a phoenix. Today, I have a clear vision, inspired by these great personalities I spoke about. So what I would like to say is that get inspired and carve your way to become a legend, and then go change the world. Thank you.